Hi there Virgo, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot. This is going to be your monthly intuitive reading for November. So Virgo, let's see what is on the cards for you. I will be starting with the Sacred Power reading cards before drawing you a Work Your Light Oracle, an overarching tarot card from the Moonchild Tarot, and then we'll get the tarot aspects out with the Rider-Waite clarified with the Star Child Tarot. So let's get started and see what the energies are for the Virgo collective for November. Right, I have just thrown one across the room and it is illusion. What illusions may there be in your life? Now they can take many themes, they can take the shape of the fantasies we might be buying into, the things that we don't want to see, either by our own doing or the doing of others. I kind of think of that devil energy, what is behind the scenes? What do we need to look at that we might not be looking at? And I also have sacred wisdom, which I absolutely love. This for me is that reminder to seek your own counsel. Remember that the wisdom that you seek is within you. You are the hermit who turns inwards to gain the insight that is required. And of course, also on top of that is another layer, and that is the information that comes through from Source as well. And of course, Source talks to us in the quiet moments. That's why I'm always on about, taking the time in nature. If you can't access nature, nice beautiful YouTube meditation, nature sounds that you can play in your own bedroom, wherever you like. Taking quiet moments is the key, because that's when we hear the wisdom. Spirit talks to us through the angel numbers, through the insights, through the idea that pops in like that, the vision that we get, the number plate in front of us at the light. So we have to be tuned in. We have to be tuned in to receive it, otherwise we miss it, Virgo. Let's go for a Work Your Light. I like the way that one's poking out. Warrior Woman, have you answered your deepest calling? Yeah, or maybe that's what breaking through the illusion is. Breaking through the illusion and coming to your truth and really starting to think, what am I here for? Asking yourself those big questions. What is my life purpose, and how can I break down the illusions and move towards that? How can I claim my victory? How can I cut myself free from things that are either holding me back? How can I bring positive change to my life to move closer to my destined life path? Well, let's see what the overarching tarot card is, Virgo, before we see where this is truly going with the tarot cards. So pulling you a card from this beautiful deck here, this is the Moonchild Tarot, and there it goes. It is the Five of Pentacles. Well, no one loves the Five of Pentacles, but there are some really good messages in this card. I mean, the Five of Pentacles can be about the limitation, the loss, the hardships that we have journeyed, right? Yes, you may have had a hard time, you may have lost a job, you may have struggled financially, you may have had debt. However, in your darkest moments, the universe really is there for you. And the key with this card here is that it's the conscious decisions that we make in this present moment that can turn this around. It's a 5. It is a point of change. Obviously, if we keep doing what we're doing, i.e. getting stuck in the victimhood or that, the limitations, we generally start, we keep on attracting from that place. We want to break the cycle and bring positive change to our lives to, actually change the energy here. And the message here is to see the bigger picture, because the universe is with you in your darker times, and it's by seeing the bigger picture beyond any illusions, beyond what our own mind is telling us, that's how we can truly transform our reality. So it is a really good reminder, that one, out of the 5s and on upwards and onwards. Let's go to the tarot story here, Virgo. So what I'll be doing is giving these Rider-Waites a good shuffle until the first card falls or flips. I will be then choosing the aspects for you. I'm starting with the recent past up until the current energy. What has led you to where you are now? Bam, Emperor. major arcana of Aries. And if you were feeling out of control, you know, with that Five of Pentacles energy, the Emperor is the energy that wants you to step up, get into that driver's seat and lay a new foundation for yourself. Let's go to the blocks, obstacles or challenges. Nine of Cups. Well, that is a very positive energy as well. Can we get the advice from Spirit or Tarot? I have the Hierophant, which is number 5 in the major arcana. It doesn't surprise me. That's very much what I was feeling with the Illusion card as well. Let's get the outcome energy. Yeah, we don't want to slip back into that. Four of Pentacles, fear-driven, holding on. We'll get the clarifiers and see what the extra layer of information is here, Virgo. Clarifying the Emperor for you. It's interesting that we've got 4 and 5 in the major arcana. We've got 4 and 5 of the Pentacles. I'm taking the one that dropped first, guys, which is the 5 of Wands. That makes more sense for me in this reading. We now have 555. Do check out that angel number. I like to use Willow Soul. Great explanations of the angel number synchronicities. I have got 2 of Cups, clarifying the 9 of Cups. Let's clarify the Hierophant. That one, okay. High Priestess, yes, that is the sacred wisdom coming through right there. You're going to have to feel your way through this on an instinctual level, Virgo. Clarifying the 4 of Pentacles for you, Knight of Pentacles, and I want one more for this 9 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. It's seeming like a very positive little selection of cards here, surrounded by ones that have mixed energies. Let's just get into that a bit more. Thank you, the Star. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, let's jump in then, Virgo. If I got the camera straight, not really. I haven't been doing that very well today. Okay, so leading up to now, recent past, 5 of Wands and the Emperor. 5 of Wands is the energy of conflict and challenge. It's not like a 5 of Swords that is, you know, the knives are out and it's feeling hard and it can be, you know, arguments and fighting. It's kind of a step down from that. It can be pettiness, can be gossip that gets out of control. It can be corporate politics in the workplace. I mean, the Emperor can stand for a mentor, boss, father-in-law figure. So that could be conflict with power as well, conflict with authority, that type of thing. What I generally notice in this card from the Rider-Waite version is that we see people using the wand, which is our personal power, and they're fighting with them, hitting each other over the head. It's like a waste of energetic resources. So this says to me, you know, where potentially, Virgo, may you be wasting your energy? Where are you wasting your energy? And is it on worrying? You know, worrying about future events that haven't happened, worrying about money, focusing on the losses, all of those kinds of things. Because what you're actually doing when you do that is you're actually sending it more energy. You are almost manifesting it again. And I know that, you know, sounds terrible and you're probably like, no way, I'm not manifesting that. That's not what I want. My question is to you, deep down on a true feelings and a true beliefs, you know, level, do you believe that you're worthy of getting out of this? Because that's where we attract from. So we really want to move into that fake it till you make it. You know, imagine yourself as the Emperor, you know, powerful, in control, in the driver's seat of your life and calling the shots. What is it that you want for your life? What is the firm foundation, number 4, that you want for your life? What does it exist of? You know, enough financial resources, a roof over your head might be enough for some people, or a beautiful house with, you know, a bit of land. You know, what do you need? That's what I ask you, and get about creating it. The Emperor is somebody who really takes those strategic moves, practical strategical moves in order to get it. And it's not about risk taking, it's very calculated with the Emperor. The one thing the Emperor does do is protects him or herself emotionally from his or her own emotions plus those of others in order to really make those good decisions. So you know, it is about using the fact and logic, but also the intuition is really important in this reading as well. So that's what I'm seeing here, overcoming the limitations, putting your energy towards stepping up, being the leader in your own life. It could be, the challenges could be, as I've mentioned before, with either an Aries person or somebody who is in a position of power or an authority over you. Now in the blocks, obstacles or challenges, I've got the Nine of Cups, I've got the Two of Cups, I've got the Star here. So for some of you, there is a real challenge or block around getting to wish fulfillment, getting to contentment, because at the moment we're in Five of Pentacles, and what we really want to get to is this energy here. And this is somebody who has done the work, has produced the results, and is really, really proud of those achievements. It's earthly wish fulfillment. Now, what's interesting is that the Star in the Major Arcana is actually the Divine Wish Fulfillment card. So we have this theme here of the block, obstacle, or challenge is maybe manifesting our dreams, because we are coming from a place of limitation here. So the Star is the card that follows on from the Tower in the Major Arcana. And it is the healing, the recalibration, the regeneration and the rebirth. So some of you may have had a Tower moment that led to, you know, being in this Five of Pentacles energy, the loss, the hardship, the lack, the martyrdom, the victim mentality. I know that sounds like a horrible list of things, but we've all been there at times, right? We've all been there. But now, you know, this energy is saying, have you answered your deepest calling? Because your deepest calling will not be in this energy, it's somewhere else. And the universe is saying, get back to your manifesting, get back to putting your energy in the right places, because then those stars can begin aligning for you. There could be, you know, a soul partnership that is kind of key to helping you through this. It could be your relationship. It could be a beautiful soul relationship or connection in the workplace, or a friendship that can help you move this energy as well. And it also says to me that, you know, once we start to move towards our divine wishes and our happiness, then other areas of our lives, like partnerships, begin falling into place and really, really flourishing as well. So the Star also talks about you getting your energy in the right place, healing, getting grounded, tipping out the last remnants of the past, and really starting to go through that rebuild or rebirth. Advice from Tarot, the Hierophant, High Priestess, double Major Arcana here. Yeah, I mean, the Hierophant is a very interesting card. Number 5, again, it is that point of change. So we've got the 555 here in this reading, point of change. And the Hierophant is about commitment, having faith. For me, it's about committing to change, having faith to see those changes through. But it also talks about tradition, and it might mean that you need to break tradition here in order to get to the next step. I mean, the Hierophant talks about values as well, and systems and structures and workplaces, universities, can be the traditional institute of marriage or long-term relationship as well. And it's saying here that sometimes we need to go our own way in life. You know, sometimes those structures may not work for us, and it's okay to find your own truth and go with that. You know, the Hierophant, you know, that can talk about that midlife crisis, and that does not mean that you're middle-aged, because that can happen at any age. What it really is an awakening to your truth, and then one day you wake up and you see how out of alignment things are in your life, and you feel compelled to make the changes. I'm kind of sensing that situation here. It's like all of a sudden I am breaking free of the illusion. I'm waking up to what is truly meaningful. Now I want to answer my deepest calling, because my intuition is telling me that maybe where I wasn't it, because really it was delivering the Five of Pentacles. I want to be free. I want to be liberated. I want to have enough resources. I want to live my truth. So the Hierophant says, what is your values? You know, what is the key to getting there? And I think in your intuition, you know this is coming for you. And the High Priestess is the revealer of truth and mystery, to those that are ready in divine timing. She is the one that holds that key to the door, you know, or that shatters that illusion for you, asks you to step forward into your truth, you know, and follow your true instincts now towards that. It's a beautiful energy, and it is somebody who, the High Priestess, you know, it's that is the, if I'm right here, the story of Persephone, who, you know, has spent time in hell as well. She's been to hell and back, the High Priestess, and she takes that knowledge and that wisdom from her time of hardships. She uses that to transform her reality, and she can operate between those realms. So she has a deep understanding of the underworld, you know, the times of darkness, but also the foresight to bring that knowledge into the future and really create something much more abundant for herself. And I hope I got that story right. I'm sure you'll tell me in the comments. I do remember my teacher, my tarot teacher, telling me about that one. So in the near future outcome, I've got the Knight of Pentacles, called crystals here, and the Four of Pentacles. Now, what you're really going to have to watch out for, Virgo, is that you don't freak out, get scared, and go back into the fear-driven mindset of the Five of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles really sees us holding on. You know, we come back, we have this real moment of possibility where we're feeling the calling, and yeah, you know, that message sounds great, you know, going my own way, maybe quitting that toxic job, that toxic relationship, and then all of a sudden we go, oh, but what now? What am I going to do? How am I going to afford it? You know, how am I going to make it happen? And then we just hang on, we just bunker down, we just grab onto all of the pentacles we've got, close off our heart and go, okay, it's safe for me to stay where I'm at. When we do that though, Virgo, if we do what we always did, we will get what we always got. So we must go beyond the fear barrier. We must leave our comfort zone in order to plant new seeds. Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, again, like the Emperor, is a practical, methodical, step-by-step, baby steps energy, you know, because every little step adds up and they gain momentum, you know. And yes, we're going to plant the seeds in this season. The harvest might not be received until the next season, the next year, but we are working towards it. But if we don't work towards it, how can we move towards our deepest calling? What seeds do you need to plant? What do you need to cut yourself free from? What do you need to let go of? How do you need to open up? That's all the questions that we can use in order to break beyond this. I'm feeling called to draw just one more card for that end point. It's really asking you to do those practical things and to lay the foundation. The foundation is the important thing. That's why we have the Emperor here. You know, it's the rebuild. And it's baby steps by steps, those stars will align for you. Oh yes, oh yes. I knew there was something else here. Now, Aries is a theme in this reading, the Emperor, the Fool. I was feeling this. There is a new beginning and a fresh new start here for you. First of all, we have to feel the fear and do it anyway. We have to release. But the Fool is this, you know, this feeling of being guided onto a new journey, one where you don't take the limitations or the baggage of the past and you fearlessly follow your instincts and start walking the path anyway. No, you don't know what it's going to look like, Virgo. You don't have all the answers. You don't have all the resources necessarily, and you know, you don't know what the destination is, but this is about, you know, taking those bold moves forward anyway, and, you know, trusting, having faith on the star, you know, having faith with the Hierophant, trusting in the commitments that you're making for yourself, you know, that things will, you know, get better and that beautiful, fresh new energy will come through for you. Okay, Virgo, I love this reading for you. We're getting out of the Five of Pentacles. We're ending on the Fool. You know, stars are aligning for you. It's going to unblock, you know, you moving towards that Nine of Cups. Keep in mind it's a general reading for the collective. It's not going to be everyone's reading word for word, guys, but I do believe there are pieces in it for everyone. It's tuning into the collective. Feel free to drop me a comment if you're called to share. I do read each and every one. I do my best to comment back to as many as I can because I just love connecting with you guys, getting to know you guys, and seeing what everyone is doing on the collective. And I will see you back here throughout November for plenty more readings.